It's time to use technologies of the future at home. Meet GRAF, water purification system, the undisputed leader of its kind. Let's take the jug out of the box. It's pretty simple. We have the jug and the jewel in the crown, a replacement cartridge, convenient cover with a hole for filling with water. We carefully place the silicone gasket between the non-filtered water tank and the cartridge. Now it is ready to use. This is how simple and convenient GRAF is. Let's check it out. GRAF purifies water in fact, not in word. It will cope where others are powerless. The manufacturer has also taken care of the user's convenience. Not all the water has been cleaned yet, but I can already drink from the jug. It is striking that the color of Coca-Cola is completely gone. The water is crystal clear and transparent. Let us taste it. You know, this water is a little sweet. It has no Coca-Cola flavor. It is safe to drink. The result is visible immediately. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't drink from other jugs. You may ask whether it is an ideal water in the universe. Yes. GRAF makes it possible. The unique properties of GRAF jug are a revolution in the water purification technology. Water becomes not only clean, but also biologically active. The water molecule is arranged so that the angle of the triangle formed by the atoms of hydrogen and oxygen in tap water is 102 degrees. Ideal water is considered to be meltwater from the glaciers with an angle of 104 degrees. In such a triangle, the ratio of the length of the triangle side AB to the base of the triangle BC is 0.634, which brings it closer to the coveted proportion expressed by the number 0.618. Using X-ray diffraction analysis, it was found that the angle of 108 degrees is maintained in water molecules having passed through graphenes for a certain time. In such a triangle, the ratio of the length of AB side of the triangle to BC base of the triangle is 0.518, which fully corresponds to the golden section. Numerous experiments conducted in the USA, Russia and India, both on animals and humans, have reliably shown that such water has biological activity. Animals and people who consumed this water for a month withstand 2-3 times more load than the subjects of the control group. Thus, through filtration we get the ideal water, which is better absorbed by all organisms. This indicates that a new carbon material has firmly entered the world, radically changing the paradigm of water preparation. You can easily ensure that the water from GRAF jug is living water. Perform a small experiment in your kitchen. Pour some beans with ordinary water, and others with the water having passed through GRAF jug. The result will amaze you. GRAF – carbon nanotechnologies in your kitchen. GRAF jug is a fundamentally new technology of water purification, which has no analogues in the world. This technology is based on graphenes, two-dimensional carbon structures 1 atom thick, having a high ability to enter chemical reactions due to which they are unsurpassed sorbents, that is, unsurpassed absorbing substances. For example, graphene, according to its characteristics, is several hundred times superior to the reference activated carbon from the rind of a coconut of the highest quality. Given that in the presented graphene table 1 gram is taken and 5 grams of the activated carbon, we see that the properties of graphene exceed the properties of the activated carbon by more than 240 times. Let us introduce you to a number of amazing properties of graphene. 1 gram of graphene can hold 80 grams of oil, or in other words, if you take the barrels, 1 barrel of graphene can clean the surface of the water from 80 barrels of spilled oil. If you take 1 gram of graphene and spread all its layers next to each other, the surface they will cover will be 2000 square meters. That is, only 3 grams of graphene can cover the entire surface of the football field. In the super cartridges of GRAF jug, up to 30 grams of graphene are used, which increases the area through which water passes inside the cartridge, up to 10 football fields. It's hard to imagine, it's hard to believe, but carbon nanotechnology provides us with such opportunities. Studies conducted in Russia, Germany, India, Italy on traditional model solutions of pollutants showed unprecedented results in comparison with jugs of other brands. We received full water purification by 22 indicators out of 27. And all this speaks of one thing: the water from GRAF jug is the perfect water in the universe. We have obtained more than 100 patents in 54 countries of the world protecting the way of production and use of graphene for water purification. This is more than 20 years of hard work, research, overcoming artificial barriers and prejudices, scientific ignorance and snobbery. All in order for a fundamental discovery to become available to all mankind. Listing of all the investigated properties of GRAF jug can be time-consuming. Let us just name some of them. It was found that graphene provided 100% water purification from coliform bacteria with a contact characteristic of livestock waste. Provided 100% water purification from plague and anthrax with an infection density corresponding to the epicenter of a possible biological attack. The results of these studies have become a sensation among scientists and specialists in water purification. Since 1998, studies of our graphenes have been carried out in Russia, America, Japan, Kuwait, China, India, and other countries. The studies were conducted on groups of animals, plants, and people who drank water purified with graphenes for a month. The results of research stunned the scientists. Water has a pronounced biological activity. In tested animals and humans, physical performance, endurance, resistance to hypoxia, that is, resistance to oxygen starvation, increased. In 2011, the St. Petersburg Research Institute of Physical Culture conducted research on the properties of purified water in athletes. As a result, it was found that after a month of use of such water, the performance of athletes increased to 35%, and at the same time, the period of their recovery after exhausting training was reduced. And here is the time of triumph. The perfect water in the universe becomes available to all. The perfect water in the universe is now available to you. GRAF copes where others are powerless.